get that hair kind of out of a bun. Because it is a little bit dicey getting on today, but I think I finally did it. Let's see. I am live. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Normally, I'm with Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, but today I am here on my YouTube channel. If you're a foodie and you love to see how extreme food is made and how it's done, you can always subscribe to the Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill YouTube channel as well. If you're a marketer, you might want to know that even though we're not like crazy busy on our YouTube channel for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, when I reuse the assets that we have up on that YouTube channel, it like brings us sales and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so today we are here and we are talking about Black Friday through Cyber Monday in an ideal world. In an ideal world, we're going to talk about what to do the very last minute, especially if you're one of my students. I know that some of my students had moves, who, was struggling with their health. Like I did a couple of weeks ago. Life happens. Getting stressed out that in an ideal world, you didn't start prepping for Black Friday through Cyber Monday like a month ago or whatever. It's too late now. I want to talk about what you can do so that you are more likely than not going to be able to get some semblance of a launch going, no matter what your business model is, what you're selling, or who you're selling it to. I do want to make sure that you've got something going on because this is the Super Bowl of sales, of course. I'm not going to beat it to death. I mean, 65% of all Americans polled in the last year said that they were, they plan to be done with all their buying, ideally, by Cyber Monday, so like this is your big chance to dance, especially if you're a products-based business, handmade or not. Hey, Miss Amy Lindblade, what's going on? Hi, Amy. What's going on? Make sure you guys welcome to the live, welcome to the replay. I know a lot of my students are all over the globe, so I'm going to get more views on the replay too. Hashtag live, hashtag replay, say hi. Even if you're watching this on the replay, whether you're a student of mine or not, if you have a question, I do try to look back on my live stream from week to week. I'm here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as long as tech doesn't give you an issue, I will have a replay posted so you can ask any questions that you would like having to do with the subject matter. When it comes to content marketing, I have 8 years of experience now coaching other people to do it. A couple of years of experience before that, wrestling with it and seeing what worked. I have thousands of students under my belt now. So and from multiple business models. So even like an edible products-based business like food service, Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill is my first 7-figure success business that I've helped to coach. And within about a little over 2 years, they went from barely profitable. Yes, they were profitable, but they were thinking about selling their business to going to 7 figures. Hey, Miss Bridget. So Personal Space Creations is here. Don't forget, you guys, live or on the replay, if you give me a big thumbs up, it super helps me out. Plus, Black Friday through Cyber Monday, if you know other entrepreneurs, no matter what their business model is, because I've just had thousands of students through the years, you can share this out, either the live or the replay, and they're welcome to leave any questions that they want to leave, related to content marketing here, especially for Black Friday through Cyber Monday, and it would be my honor to help them. Okay, so it's Wednesday before Thanksgiving, right? So we could talk another time about, in an ideal world, how far back it's best to start warming up like that big pizza oven to slide in the pizza of the sale that we want to have cooked so that when we pull it out and everything's behind us, we've made a good profit. So if you're like, for whatever the reason, fill in the blank, Stacey, I just couldn't market my business so well at all over the last month, certainly over the last 2 weeks. What would be your advice to me right now? Quick and dirty, what can I do so that, especially if I'm watching this on a Wednesday and it's not Thanksgiving yet, what can I do to like throw a Hail Mary pass, to use a football analogy, and maybe I can, score a touchdown, right? Or at least get really close to the goalpost that I really would have loved to have scored on. So here's the thing. if you have an email list, I don't care how small it is, you are not just working your social media, you are working your email list. And when I say you're working your email list, I'm not just talking about like the one email a week minimum that you need to send to your email list. Because if you don't, when you finally do go every 2, 3, 4 weeks or whatever you would normally send an email to these people, and you're like, oh, now I have a sale, or here's a coupon, or a cart's opening on something, you're going to get more unsubscribes than if you had just kept the trail kind of warm and you didn't let the trail go too cold between yourself and your email list. Your email VIPs have no idea how many other people are on the list. So even if you're a beginner business owner watching this live or on the replay, like, this is what I want you to do. It does not matter how many people are on your list. I want you to send out an email, definitely one today. Like, as soon as you're done watching this replay, even if it's late at night where you're at, send an email before today is over and let folks know what your Black Friday through Cyber Monday deal is going to be. If you are launching something the total last minute, you're not going to do something as exciting as some of my gingerbread frosties, the people who have my December marketing plan mini course. You're not going to do like a 12 days of Christmas thing, a different promo every single day for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Small Business Sunday, if you want to keep that rolling, and then Cyber Monday. You don't have time for that. So whatever is simplest for you to do, is it a site-wide sale? Then you could do that. Let your email list VIPs get something a little bit better than the general public, or they're going to be like, why am I on here? Even if they opted in for a coupon, in exchange for their email address to get on your email list, that's probably long gone or long expired. So they're like, if there's no extra reason for me to be on this email list, I'm going to get off. So I don't know. It's going to be fact and circumstance dependent. Keep your website related sale easy, but maybe it's free shipping to your email VIPs over for any order over 50 or $100, or whatever works for your niche, your pitch, your product, and your situation, like your pricing and all of that. Wait, Amy's saying something. Been totally overwhelmed with orders and don't know if I wanted to do sales since I can barely keep up with orders now. Well, God bless you, Miss Amy. There's a good student of mine. So may we all have Amy Lynn Blade's problem, right? Because that's awesome. So here's the deal, Amy. Because it's Black Friday through Cyber Monday, what I would do is I would do something. Because if you don't do something, people are going to be a little bit surprised. So you don't have to go too crazy. So really quickly, let me pull off the road and pull over and say, okay, when it comes to Black Friday through Cyber Monday pricing, what would be the absolute minimum that I would do? Because in Amy's case, she doesn't have to go too crazy. She's already blowing up. Amy, do yourself a favor, when you finally do get a break, even if it's the last week of the year, because then you had your Christmas and end of the year holiday sales and stuff, and you have a breather. I want you to think about how you can reinvest back into your business to get someone to help you, even if it's an independent contractor. Because if you're doing that, well, I'm telling you, you are going to burn out, and or your health is going to suffer, and or you're never going to be able to scale and grow to the next level. So I'm just going to put that out there. But what's like the minimum that somebody like Amy can do? Amy doesn't have to be on her hands and knees begging for sales, but Amy shouldn't blow off, neither should any of you in her circumstances, shouldn't blow off Black Friday through Cyber Monday. I'm not gonna. No one should. So what I would do if I were Amy is I would do like a 30% sale. Like 30% is like the lowest that you should have in terms of savings for Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Don't believe me? Fire up the Google. There are how many like surveys and polls and stuff where people indicate that anything less than like 30%, they're not interested on Black Friday through Cyber Monday. There's too many other similarly situated competitors that are giving them good deals. And while Amy or someone in like Amy's position, because she's doing so well with sales right now, doesn't have to totally beg, borrow, and steal to get sales. it's still goodwill with the people already on her email list and everyone else that's part of her brand-based community. So outside of her email VIPs, anybody on any of the social media platforms that she, posts to daily or close, right? So to just ignore Black Friday through Cyber Monday, you're not behaving like a business. And some people could even take offense and be like, well, whatever. So she doesn't have to go crazy. So I would do like a 30% off, like site-wide sale, if that's easy for you to pull off, Amy. And if you have anything that was sitting around in your, I don't know, stuff that you create, because I know Amy's like a physical products-based business, like a handmade business, right? So like if you got something like that you just couldn't get rid of through like clearance or anything like that in the past, and you're like, well, I can't throw it away. Maybe you just promise everyone like a free gift with purchase. And maybe, you know, while supplies last. So they get 30% site-wide sale. And if they're an email VIP, while supplies last, you give them a gift. They don't know what it is. So whatever product line collections you had extra pieces from, this is a good way to get it out the door. And it's a great way to get goodwill. Your email VIPs are like, oh, now I get why I'm still on this email list, right? Because 60% of all people who opt into your email list want to be sold to. They may not be able to take you up on every offer, but that's like the main driving force. They want to be sold to. They want the coupons. They want the deals and steals. They want the extras. 40% are like, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, but I'm intrigued and you can add value to me in the meantime. And then when I'm ready, if I know, like, and trust you enough as a business or a business owner, then I'll make a purchase, right? So there's just that as a side note. So if you're like, okay, what can I do? Life happened and I don't have a sale and I'm not in Amy Lynn Blade's position. I need sales. It's been quiet or I've had none for a while. Okay, well, you know your own profit margins, and if you need to adjust your prices upward so that you still can protect the profit margin that you need, Black Friday through Cyber Monday is going to be like the biggest sale you're ever going to throw. So I'm not saying whatever you do to be kind of deep dish in terms of your discount, you will ever do again, unless you're a physical products-based business and you're like, I'll run a clearance sale in like January. I just want to get rid of this stuff and at least kind of break even on the wholesale end of it, right? So it's just, or I'll use it as a loss leader to intrigue somebody to make another purchase with me at more full price, something like that. So now isn't the time to go clearance sale unless you're like, hey, let me not call it a clearance sale and say, hey, it has like a special like doorbuster on my website, get these things at like a way deep discount and get rid of them or make a small profit on them. But I would say, like, if you're like, I want to really be competitive and I, for whatever the reason I'm getting into this the last minute, I would definitely be like 40% or 50% on things. But, you might need to go into your website and arc the pricing upward so that this way you're still protecting your profit margins doing it. And now's a good time to do it because what with, to some extent, global like supply chain issues, inflation in America, especially, like prices are going up anyway. So you may as well raise those prices, not make a big deal about it. And you know what? I almost bet you if life's been happening to you, you've been really busy and stuff like that, you sit there and you realize, I probably need to raise my prices anyway. Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale and protecting my current profit margins or not. But if you really need to have like a good sales trigger out there for people, you can't really be less than 40 to 50%. Again, if you're Amy and you're super busy and you're like, I got to do something just so that I behave like a business kind of can't really blow off Black Friday through Cyber Monday. It looks weird. You're behaving more like a hobbyist and you just don't have time for this right now. And what do I say? A lot of my regular students know this. You've got to treat your business like a business so it's more likely to pay you like a business. You treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby if it even pays you at all. So even if you're like, this is so last minute, just do a site-wide sale, give your email VIPs something a little bit extra to make it worth their while to shop too, and not just unsubscribe to say, well, screw you, because you're giving this to the general public, and keep it simple, but send an email today. Even if you're watching this on the replay and it's later on, it's like super late on Wednesday your time, still send an email today and let people know that, say you're going to kick everything off on Black Friday itself. You're not going to wait until American Thanksgiving is over. Fine, let them know and get them excited. Because I have an acronym that I use with a lot of my students, and it's ABT, always be teasing. If you're not teasing your big Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, even a day or two back, I'm not saying you can't get sales. I'm not a guarantor one way or another of an outcome. But I'm just saying, if you kind of warm up the proverbial pizza oven, even just a day or so back, even if you're like sitting there pulling out your hair going, I wish I'd had more time. I wish whatever didn't happen to me, I didn't get sick. I really wish I had more time, because I would have sent out an email once a week for a month leading up to it. And then this last week, I'd be sending out an email every day to get everyone excited. Sure. But you know what? You're here now. So, and this is it. So definitely send an email today teasing that you are going to have a Black Friday through Cyber Monday deal. Confirm, if this is going to be your case, that it's going to be open not just for Black Friday, but Friday, Small Business Saturday, Small Business Sunday, and, Cyber Monday. Or if you're only going to have it on Black Friday, like whatever your situation is, tease it, give them some details, and just tell them, make sure you stay on this email list and make sure you keep your eyes peeled on your email inbox. Because once I let this coupon out, especially if you're like a physical products-based business, like, when I sell out, I sell out, right? So let them know that. Now, if you're a coach, a course creator, you provide services, digital products. Well, obviously you can't lean on scarcity that way, right? Unless you have physical products too, for whatever the reason. But for a main physical products-based business, handmade or not, when you sell out, you sell out. You're not lying. So also, you should still emailing them today and even emailing them on Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving and you want to, and you're like scared that you're not going to be able to send out an email because you're going to be busy entertaining and whatever, that's fine. Guess what? You can schedule an email to go out. Yes, even on MailChimp, because I know a lot of my beginners use MailChimp, and that's probably very appropriate for you to do. And I'm going to share with you a link to how to install free send trick timer. Fellow YouTuber Starla Moore did this. And I want you, let me pin it while I'm live. I want you to see this video that Starla put out. Thank her for doing it, because even though it's a couple years old, I still use it. And I just installed like a timer the other day on one of my emails, and it still totally worked. So you can use it easily in MailChimp. And otherwise, if you're using a different email service provider, you can still, you'll have the code. Different email service providers will have you insert it into the, email a different way, but it's free. Countdown timers are huge. So even before Black Friday hits, you're counting down to your big Black Friday through Cyber Monday event with a free timer. Costs you nothing. Use the email service provider you already have and send them out an email today counting down to card opening or Black Friday. And then the next day, send them out another email, wish them a happy Thanksgiving if they celebrate it. That's just good relationship marketing. That's just good taste. Again, schedule it to go out, especially if you're worried, I'm not going to remember, I'm going to be so busy tomorrow. Cool. So will I. So I have to do the same thing, right? And put a countdown timer in that too. And then, of course, once your Black Friday through Cyber Monday event goes down, you're out of time in this theoretically. So you're just going to do a site-wide sale. And email VIPs do have to get something different. So the emails that you send out to the VIPs, I would send out 2 a day. I really would. I'm going to tell you why in a second. Send 2 a day. If you're having the same sale over the next couple days because you don't have the time to be creative, I hear you. Fine. But 1 email should go out in the morning and another email in the evening, right? So bookend Black Friday through Cyber Monday, bookend Small Business Saturday, bookend Sunday, and then on Monday, when say your site-wide simpler sale ends, and whatever extra you're doing for your email VIPs ends, 3 emails. I'm not kidding. Like one that should be hitting breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For the dinner one, definitely have a countdown timer in that, even if you've skipped it for the other 2, but I wouldn't. I would just use a countdown timer. It's urgency, it's scarcity. Again, if you're a physical products-based business of any kind, let them know while supplies last too, and especially at this discount that I only will do once a year. You better get it. And like I said earlier, 65% of all Americans want to be done by the time Black Friday is over. I'm sorry, by the time Cyber Monday is over. They want to be done with their holiday shopping. So, now's the time, folks, right? And I know it seems so pushy to some people to push out 3 emails, but I'm telling in one day, and I would only really do that for the last day of your sales. That's Cyber Monday, right? Why am I telling you to bookend with emails Friday, Saturday, and Sunday too? Because everyone and their mother is going to be sending out email. Even people who sucked at it, like, hobbyists are going to be winging out email because it's Black freaking Friday through Cyber freaking Monday. So everybody's email inboxes are going to explode. For you to be seeing it all, for you to rise above the noise, even if they're short and sweet for the teaser emails for today and tomorrow with countdown timers to when your sale starts, let alone when your sale starts, you have got to be competitive to be seen. Now, that's just your email list. I want you posting on social too. And if you hadn't been publishing on social daily for the top 2 social media platforms that is important to your ideal customer, may or may not be ones you like, but for your ideal customer, now's your chance to dance. And yes, I would try to have like 2 posts going out a day, one early in the morning, one late at night. Or look at your analytics if you're more advanced. Look at your insights and analytics for each platform to see when your people are most busy and make more nuanced decisions. But there's no way that I would let social media just sit there and rot. I know you're busy. You don't have to write War and Peace. You can worry about finessing and nuancing copy to, later when the smoke clears, but to not do anything or to just try to parachute in out of nowhere on Black Friday, could you still get sales? Yes, but I still think Wednesday and even Thursday, even if you just sent one on Thursday, wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving that's celebrated, that's good relationship marketing anyway. And it's still got a countdown timer saying, can't wait till that big sale. I only do this once a year. Now, I do have some comments. Hello, happy Thanksgiving. Speckled Loon by Susie B. What's going on? Amy, hi, Unbound by Tiffany. What's going on? How are you? How's the baby? How's everything going? We're getting all those things listed. Amy said, thanks. I wasn't sure if I should do an email. My email list is cold. I have just been too overwhelmed to keep up with everything I should be doing. Should I still do 3 emails with a cold email list? Yes, they don't know that they're cold. It's not a dumb question, Amy, because, and believe me, what you're asking, there's how many other people watching this, both live and on the replay, who might be thinking similar things and not want to ask because they don't want to seem stupid. So I really appreciate your leadership, Amy. When you're asking questions like that, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping how many other people. So anybody else watching this live or on the replay, stick your questions in there. Let me help you. And also, if you're just joining us, please give this video a big thumbs up, even on the replay, because it pushes this out to more people that are watching who are subscribed to me, and it will suggest this video out, both when it's live and on the replay, to more people who should be seeing content like this based upon their viewing behavior. So please, please, please take a moment out of your busy viewing time and hit that thumbs up button because it's really going to help me out. So Amy and everybody else, no one knows how many people are on your email list. They have no idea. So the fact that your email list is cold, so what does that mean to you, right? They don't know. They're busy. They have busy lives. So nobody knows how many people are on your email list. Nobody knows if that list is cold, but you know. So you're like, should I bother? Well, what are you going to do? You're going to let that email list just sit there in outer space and we're never going to touch it again? Because I'm so afraid, and I don't blame you. I'm so afraid that if I send an email, I'm going to get like mass unsubscribes. Well, listen, you might get some unsubscribes. You might get more unsubscribes once you send out that first round of email volleys normally than you would normally get if you were emailing your list at least once a week, just to keep the trail warm and to have them remember about you. And like I often say, not every email that you send normally should be something like buy from me, buy from me. You're a business, so a lot of what you're going to do, even if it's in a quick PS to remind people to use a coupon or remind them that cart's opening or cart's closing today, but you're otherwise being a quick value adder in an email. You're curating something that you think your ideal customer would think it's important, and you're crediting the source. That's one way to do a quickie email. Another way to do it would be like you already have a YouTube video up that's evergreen from like a year ago. Who cares? Like share it. Tell somebody in 1-2 quick sentences why watching that YouTube video today would benefit them, right? Because you created that for your ideal customer, right? And it's evergreen, so why not? Like once a week, find some sort of talking point to send out an email list so it never goes completely cold again. Will you get unsubscribes from week to week? Yes, you totally will. That's part of life. If you're really small and you're just starting, maybe you'll skip a week or two where either you get no growth or you get growth or no unsubscribes. The bigger your email list gets, you hit 1,000 subscribers, you hit thousands of subscribers, 10,000 or more subscribers. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill is getting so close to having 10,000 subscribers on their email list. And they get subscribes and unsubscribes every week. As long as your subscribers, once you've got your email list warmed up again, right? Once you're emailing your list once a week, give it a good month. And as long as you're still keeping up with at least once a week emails, then I would start to say, okay, am I at least getting more subscribes than unsubscribes? Then I'm heading in the right direction, because people are not going to get off an email list if they sense that they're getting value. I mean, when people are following an entrepreneur, a coach, a business owner, or a business of any kind, they have to expect that they're going to be sold to. They're not following their Aunt Benwina on social. They didn't, get Aunt Benwina's emails, and Aunt Benwina's only going to email them like, her favorite recipe or a digital holiday card, So if you're going to sell even once a week, throwing a promotion once a week, like my more advanced students do, I'm going to tell you right now, they don't get mass unsubscribes because they're constantly providing value on social and in their emails. So, they could sell every single day. They could have a different promotion or coupon or whatever. And sure, they're always going to get unsubscribes. They're always going to get subscribes too, because they're working social and the email, and yes, the business too. And I know for my product-based people, especially my handmade products-based people, that's hard. But that's why I say to the students, my paid students that I coach, and Amy, you're in Funnel Dynasty, so you understand about the business blueprints, right? So depending upon which business blueprint you're running off of, I'm not only giving you your KPIs, your key performance indicators, that aren't white lines, but they're going to give you like what ballparks you should be swinging in so that you know when you graduated from one level to the next. But after you're out of like that beginner level, I tell you in each business blueprint and each lesson that goes with it, I tell you, you're going to have to start reinvesting into your business like 25% out of your profits. And in the beginning, it's going to hurt. Like when you're intermediate, you're like, okay, I'm so happy that I'm having profits, especially at the level that I'm having. For me to invest or reinvest back into my business, approximately 25% or a quarter of that profit, I've got bills I want to pay down. I have things that I want to do, but you will be stuck in limbo where you are overwhelmed and burnt out. And God forbid your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health is getting wrecked. That's penny wise, pound foolish to me. And I understand the need to pay down debt. Okay. When we did a second location of Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, we put up 6 figures in liquid income, and we took on $120,000 worth of credit card debt. And back in 2013, we had to close it. So we lost all that money, and I am finally getting down to paying off what was $120,000 worth of credit card debt. I do not say this lightly. And yet I still, a couple of years ago now, oh gosh, it is 2 years ago now, I had to invest in a full-time video editor and a part-time designer. I can't do everything. I can't. Even if I didn't have my health struggles, I couldn't. So me is dull, dull, dull. I'm only sharing this so you guys understand I'm walking in the shoes, or have walked in the shoes, that a lot of you at times will be walking in. Whether you have a lot of debt, no chronic illness, or vice versa, or both. And, it feels like you're pulling a rib out of your side to say, even if you don't have much debt and you're pretty healthy, oh, I really wanted to go on a trip, or I wanted those shoes, or I wanted to redo my kitchen. But when you reinvest back into your business, when it's appropriate to do so, God's delays, or the universe's delays, are not God's denials, right? Like, you can scale and grow and get into an advanced business blueprint where you're making all sorts of money, and you can continue to reinvest in your business on the regular, so you're not overwhelmed and burnt out, and you can manage that email list. Because Amy, if you're busy like this now, once you get your email list healthier again, you're going to get even more sales, because ideally your email VIPs are the ones that have ascended more closely in relationship to you. So these are the people that are more likely than not going to redeem coupons if you share them, or go to your website for a sale. Now I see that there's comments, so let me get to those. Babies are good. Yay. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, definitely. And by the way, for those that do have Funnel Dynasty, the course itself is done. And 2 of the 7 bonuses you have access to now, which of course is a Facebook group and the training. Next week, the remaining 5 bonuses will be done. I gave my staff off for Thanksgiving and Black Friday, so that they could have a long holiday weekend. They deserve it. So I'll be working though. And so there are also PDFs and swipe files that are going into the course. So I will get those prepped up, and then my team will help send them to finishing school. And all that stuff should be in your course next week. But everything through module 7 is done in terms of the lessons proper. So that's pretty exciting for me, because then I have the big launch with the influencer. So, Amy says, I'm not afraid of unsubscribes. I was afraid of sounding too rude because I haven't been sending any KLT emails in a while, and now I'm hitting them with sales emails. I understand that. I know. Okay, so Kaif and Tony, I've been there, and I applaud you if you're still here. Very, very proud of you, because that's hard. Oh, I know what I did wrong. There we go. Just want to recognize you. Okay. There. Okay. So I'm very glad that you said that, and I appreciate your leadership and your transparency and your vulnerability. $64,000 in credit card debt. It is tough. Even when the money is rolling in, even when you have a multiple six-figure business, which my business has enjoyed now. The more you make, the more they take. So legal compliance and tax gets bigger. Not a complaint, an observation, and you have to be prepared for that. Because you could be sitting there like Kaif and Tony or myself and say, why isn't it all done yet? Kaif and Tony did it. It is happening. It's not 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You're always taking a step forward as your business grows and grows, but the legal compliance and tax can get bigger. And then when you're having independent contractors and or employees, that's going to slow you down, but it helps you to scale the business bigger so that you can make more money, so that you can pay off more while keeping your business going, while keeping up with the legal compliance and tax. I think one thing that most coaches, some do, what most coaches don't do is they don't get very real with you. They don't have to show all the wounds and the scars of their lives, but they have to be very real about the fact that, especially when you're in a building mode, it not only takes longer than you would like usually, but you're having to reinvest so that you don't get stuck in beginner land for the rest of your life. And or if you're more intermediate, where you're doing maybe 3 sales promotions a month and you're following up on 3 different social media platforms that you're posting to daily, and you probably have a YouTube channel at that point, it's a whole lot of work for you to do. So now you're going to reinvest back into your business because you can't do it all and continue to grow. And you know that you need to. Nobody talks about limbo and how it sucks and how you have to get out of it by doing something that seems counterintuitive. So yes, 25% of your profit needs to be reinvested back into your business. The other 75% of your profit probably does have to go to debt reduction, paying off cars, paying off credit cards, doing repair and maintenance and taking care of your health instead of a new car, and clothes and shoes that, let's face it, you don't need anyway, right? And if you need them, you need them. Jacqueline, what's going on? Woo! Hi, Wicked Griffin. What's going on? How's your course going, girl? What's going on? I'm so proud of you. How busy are you? And what are you doing for Black Friday through Cyber Monday? Jacqueline's one of my more advanced students. And Kaif and Tony, I agree with you. Now I pay cash. Now I only pay cash other than my car payment in my house. If I can't afford it, I don't buy it. And that's very smart. And that's something that all of us need to evolve to as well. What makes me sick to my stomach is my husband and I were like that. And we only bought our cars outright. So we own our cars outright. In terms of personal spending on credit cards, we hadn't really done that, or we wouldn't carry a revolving balance long. We did that for a second location, believing that was the way we should scale and grow Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. Nuh-uh. It is with content marketing that you, and eventually paid ads when you can afford those in a fiscally responsible way, personally and professionally. Those two parallel ways are how you scale and grow businesses. You have a brick and mortar, more does not equal better brick and mortar wise. So Jacqueline says, limited items on sale to maintain the madness, spread out all this week. Course is slowly but surely going along. Yeah, the first one always does, man. But then again, Jacqueline knows just how many I put out. She honored me one time by saying, your courses are like Pokemon. Like, I got to get them all, So I'm very proud of her. But she came to me doing damn well. I just gave her some methodologies that I hope have definitely helped her too along the way. The first course when you're a coach / course creator is always slow. Okay, I see people that are here. Give this video a big thumbs up. It'll help it get pushed out to people while I'm still live. Both the people already subscribed to me and people who should be consuming content like this based upon their content consumption behavior. YouTube's algorithms are really good at doing that. And even afterwards on the replay, the more thumbs up, the more comments, like even put hashtag live, hashtag replay, and just comment that way. Give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you. I see the thumbs up going up. And if you think you're getting any value out of this, you can happily share this out to anybody else on social. And if within the next 24 hours they have any questions or comments or anything like that, I will definitely look back to try and help them too. Haha, they're like Pokemon. Thank you. Amy Lynn Blade, so true. Got to collect them all. It's been worth it. Well, thank you. So Amy, this is the thing. Amy or anybody else who built up an email list of any size, then life happened, or maybe their business got busy and they're like, darn, it's hard to do it all. And then 1 week of not emailing people became 2, became 4, became more. You're kind of lucky, Amy, and anybody else that's in Amy's position now through really the end of the year, but especially now. Send the emails, pretend you've been sending an email out once a week. KLT, for those that don't know, I call it the know, like, and trust factor, or the KLT factor. And we often discuss emails and content marketing of any kind on any platform as being deposits into the bank of KLT, right? So when you create these things and then you email and you do live streams about it, you do social posts to push traffic to a weekly blog post, if your people like that, or a weekly podcast, if your people like that, your people being your ideal customer. YouTube videos are a must, especially once you're more intermediate in terms of your experience. YouTube's the second largest search engine on earth, and it's the first and largest video search engine on earth. You cannot sleep on YouTube or just use it for fun, training, or both. You really do need to get out there with a video a week at least that's optimized to be found and searched by your ideal customer. Is it something that I think beginners should sweat? No. But Amy and anybody else who's been sleeping on your email list, please, 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 just pretend you've been good with them. Pretend that you put deposits into the bank of KLT. Because honestly, not to ever like say, oh, it's okay to go be aggressive, everybody. This is Black Friday through Cyber Monday. This is a Super Bowl of sales. If you're not throwing them and you're not getting the word out there to your people through live streams with replays, through social media, through emails to your email VIPs, you are missing out, and they are expecting those. And no one is necessarily expecting. It's neat if you can do it for you to like tie a little KLT bow on it too. The only thing that I would say is if you're American and or at least a healthy portion of your audience is American, if you're not sending a sales-based email tomorrow wishing people happy Thanksgiving as well, that's kind of rude. But, you know, all is forgiven right now, Amy, because they want to have the option to shop you if they want to. So they're not expecting anybody to like, you know, wine them and dine them right now. Just cut to the chase and you'll be fine. Hi, Remy Lee. What's going on? Amy says, I like it. I'm going to pretend I have been keeping up because you can do it afterwards. Absolutely. Okay. So do any of you, while I continue going on, do any of you have any questions about like last minute prep for Black Friday through Cyber Monday? You can definitely use words in your captions that go with your social posts and keywords that go, hashtags that you can optimize with on platforms where it's really meaningful for you to use hashtags like, okay, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, right? And Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill is climbing to 830,000 on TikTok, which is really, really exciting. Oh my goodness. And yes, that has been driving traffic to our brick and mortar. And yes, that caused us to launch a merch-based sister brand, Comfort Food Clothes, because our global people were asking us, I'm not going to be able to get your food anytime soon. Can I get a t-shirt or a hat? Okay. So, and you know what? I got to try and do something for Black Friday through Cyber Monday for that. I was stupendously sick for almost 2 weeks, as many of my regular students know. And I just finished everything for Funnel Dynasty, the course proper. So all 7 modules are in there and some of the bonuses already. Everything else will be finished up next week. So that's good. But I've been living that course. I've been pumping out a module every other day. Yeesh. And I still have to put PDFs in that course too, because my designer actually caught up with a bunch of those. So that's cool. The Speckled Loom says, I had my final multi-day show of the season last weekend. I set a realistic goal and a pie in the sky goal. I came just a few dollars short of my pie in the sky goal, prepping for my cyber sale. Everybody cheer on, because I love when we like support one another in here. Everybody cheer on the Speckled Loon by Susie B. That is awesome. That is awesome. So for any of my intermediate to advanced students who have physical products-based businesses, handmade or not, like if you're like, uh-oh, like everything that I made is sold out or it's selling out, now's the time. If your husband, wife, significant other is complaining that you have so much stuff in storage that you hadn't been able to sell in the past, especially with certain parts of the world having allegedly, perhaps they're having supply chain issues and they're like, uh-oh, I want to get something. 74% of people said they're going to do all their shopping online anyway. Even though it's 2021, because of maybe COVID related reasons, or they like the ease of it. So now's the time. Go through your house, check every closet, go up in the attic, go in the basement, go out to your she shed, clean it out and list it and get rid of it. It's Black Friday through Cyber Monday. It's not a clearance sale. Seriously, sell it, So I know that there's at least 1 or 2 people listening to this on the live or on the replay. They'll go, oh, she's right. Go list it and sell it. Now's your chance to dance. Yay. Thank you, my guys. Okay. So Amy, like seriously, just pretend everybody has amnesia and just steel yourself. I don't know. I'm curious to see. You don't have to say it publicly later on, like a week or so from now. I'm curious to see if that many people are even going to unsubscribe from you just because they're getting sales messages for the next couple of days, almost a week. They're expecting that from everybody. So, like, this is the one time that everyone's going to be super tolerant. So, anybody else that like left your email list for dead, still shake your moneymaker. Go look at the video that I pinned down below for Starla Moore's video about how YouTube video, where she literally step by step, click by click shows you how to use a free send trip countdown timer in MailChimp. And even if you're not using MailChimp, you'll get up to the point where it creates the code. And I'm pretty sure that you can use it in something like ConvertKit or whatever else. For Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, they don't do complicated things. They're not doing coach course creation stuff, and they're not like tagging and untagging people. So they're in MailChimp, and I know it works all the time. I just used that video like 2 days ago. I just did to count down on our big Thanksgiving promotion that we ran for our list. And of course, we beat last year's numbers, but a countdown timer really helps with scarcity and urgency. Scarcity is only legit when you've got something physical and you're going to run out of it. Don't be like, hey, you better buy my digital downloads now because there's only like 100 of them that I'm going to sell. No one believes you. That's not even true. But if you made like 30 pieces of a handmade item, yes, that's going to sell out. Yes, that's scarcity. You always have urgency when there are deadlines, when there are coupons that expire, when, a cart closes and goes to an oops page if you're a coach or a course creator, right? Like that's, a countdown timer. Those are examples always of urgency. So you can have scarcity and urgency. You could just simply have urgency, right? But don't make like, hey, I only have 100 ebooks, because that's BS. I will keep you posted on how it goes. Yes, Amy. So what happens if you're like, well, outside of Black Friday through Cyber Monday, what happens when I next go to like sell to my list and I'm not doing anything, at all for them in terms of the KLT factor, the know, like, and trust factor? I would say that if you have any sort of assets or any sort of goodies digitally, no matter what your business model is, try and at least send out an email like a day before you're like, hey, and here's another sale. And at least be like, here, if you did a YouTube video, again, that's evergreen, even if it was from a year ago, but your ideal customer could still benefit from it now, like send an email saying, I thought you could use this in the subject line. And then just, be like, hey, what's up? Wow, Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Crazy, right? Well, not selling to you today, but I was thinking that you might need this video, a quick one-liner as to why they would want to go watch the YouTube video, and then like give them the link, share the thumbnail as a graphic, and hyperlink the graphic. Like you can easily do this in MailChimp, so easy, or something MailChimp-like, and just be like, hey, and by the way, if you really got any value from this YouTube video that I'm sharing with you today, just hit reply and let me know. And if you're like, well, Stacey, I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't have any digital resources. I don't have like a tip guide for winter 2021 to 2022 or something like that. Like some of my students, especially my Frosty students, they know to do like at least a seasonal digital tip guide, right? And like give that to their email VIPs already. And then to add that to their opt-in form, you don't just get a coupon, you get like, the survive the winter tip guide or something like that. You know what's important to your ideal customer. Let me see. Amy says, I also wondered about my regular besties that ordered from me earlier this week before the sale. Feeling a bit guilty because they probably bought because they didn't think I would have a sale. You know what, Amy? I think you're kind of overthinking it. With all due respect, I send this to you with love. I don't blame you for thinking that way. I can understand why Amy or someone like Amy would think that way. But do you think they live under a rock? Do you think that they had no clue that Black Friday through Cyber Monday was coming? Even if they're not American and they don't celebrate Thanksgiving, or even if they're Canadian and they already celebrated Thanksgiving, right? So seriously, if they bought something before Black Friday through Cyber Monday, and there's a sale that goes down on Black Friday through Cyber Monday, and even if all you gave them were 24 to 48 hours notice, how shocked can they be? Now, dealer's choice. You could just be like, they're not living under a rock. They had to know that if I was going to run a sale, it was going to be through Black Friday, through Cyber Monday. So, you know what? Here's to hoping no one complains, because honestly, anyone employing the use of common sense would kind of figure if a sale was that important to me, I would wait to see if she's running one, or I would send her an email, or if I'm not on her email list, I would DM her on Instagram or message her on Facebook or whatever. And I'd be like, hey, you going to have a sale? So, dealer's choice. You could just say, well, you know what? We're all adults here. Or you could, on the flip side, Amy, if anyone comes to you and you feel that guilty and they're like, hey, I just bought a whole bunch of stuff and you didn't even say anything about a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, and I have zero common sense and I live under a rock, and now I'm slack-jawed in amazement that you have a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, I'm mad. You could say, all right, you know what? I'm going to give you a price adjustment. How hard is it? Right? Right? Tell me if that makes any sense. Anybody, including Amy. Because you know what, Amy, I love that you're doing this, because again, for every Amy that says something, there's like 10 people who are not Amy behind her that have that same question or have that same concern. I've been coaching for so many years now. I swear to you, you are not, I mean, it's not a dare, but you're not going to throw me. Ann McDonald, what's going on, Ann? Good to see you. Yippee, I just got into Funnel Dynasty. I just started, but I love what I am learning. So excited to join and have you as my coach. Yay! I'm very, very glad. Amy, I tend to overthink things. So true. My husband would love to hear you speak the truth to me. And here's the thing. Most husbands, wives, significant others who are not entrepreneurs or they're not in your business, like men especially, are very analytical. So all you have to do is show them that you're getting serious about your business. And, you know, you could even talk shop with them to a degree. Like, this is what I'm going to do to increase my profit margins. I'm going to price higher so I can discount lower. I'm going to start emailing my list every single week. I'm going to take my business serious. And I'm not going to overextend myself, especially if I'm a beginner, hun, but I'm going to be I'm going to do that. I'm going to be doing social media marketing on the top 2 social media platforms for my ideal customer every day. And you know what? Every week, I'm going to go through my analytics and my insights for my email and for my social. And if I have my own website, for my website, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you how much I grew this past week. How much did my business grow this past week? I grew it by 1%, but it's the compound effect. I'm getting bigger. And you know what? The bigger my digital ecosystem is, the bigger my brand platform is, the more social proof I get. This is going to be pushing a big boulder up the hill. Eventually, it's going to be all downhill from here. Most husbands, wives, significant others will cheer you on because you know what? You're taking your business seriously now. It's not just some expensive hobby you got rolling around in the background, because some people could get pissed about that. Unless you have all sorts of money, then you do whatever the hell you want, right? They probably don't care because you're rich. But if you're sharing with them data and analytics and they can see that you're even taking that seriously, now they're like, whoa, upgrade. And then growth, even 1%, that is so much better than last week. And now with every sale that you run, it's not if there's going to be a dud or if you're going to make money. It's just a matter of how much you're going to make. Any husband, wife, significant other, once you've done this for more than 30, 60, 90 days, they are team you. They want you to be happy. This isn't some expensive hobby anymore. And you know what? Maybe they're all selfish and cheering you on because they want you to retire them. But that's up to you. And by the way, I have had students retire their husbands. Jacqueline says, I always worry about customers complaining about that, but no one actually has. And you know what? Thank you for sharing that. Jacqueline has a very successful business and has had one for years. And she has a sizable email list and quite a healthy platform overall, if I do say so myself. So she definitely, to hear this from her, I think that should really, you guys should really be seriously vibing with that. Because you know what? I was going to say, and I bet you're not going to hear anybody complain, Amy or anybody in Amy's situation. But I'm glad that Jacqueline said it, because she's not just, she's someone else. She's one of the other students out there. And it's not just the coach trying to say stuff to assuage your fears and concerns. Although, hey, I am and I care. But seriously, like, don't be that afraid. No one ever sees your business with the same eyes that you do. Even your husband, wife, significant other won't. And you know what? More people overthink things, Amy, and people who vibe like Amy, than don't. So you're in good company. And you know what? It shows that you're a good egg and you care. But I just gave you dealer's choice. And you could just be like, you know what? They're not living under a rock. I mean, honestly, Black Friday through Cyber Monday, who doesn't run a sale unless they're a hobbyist, right? Or, you know what? I love my people and I want to do good. And hopefully I'm protecting that relationship with that customer. And then, they buy from me before the end of the year, at least again. So, you know what? The difference that I'm going to give back to them, or I'll give it to them in a gift card or whatever, the difference that I'm going to refund them, it's like another deposit into the bank of KLT. So you couldn't get hurt either which way, Amy. You really couldn't. Amy says, I'm making it a goal to stop worrying and overthinking it and just get it done. That's a great goal, but if you trend heavy that way, baby steps, Amy, baby steps. I don't want you to set yourself up to fail. But it's a fair goal. You should always care and love, your customers. Like I will say when I do live streams for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, I always try to work in there. We love what we do. We love who we do it for. Sometimes it shows up in captions. Sometimes it shows up in emails, but I'm always trying to say it in live streams and replays for the Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill Facebook group page, and I'll share it into the Facebook group. And people love that. They really do, because not enough business owners actually say that they care. And it's not just that you love what you do, because goody for you, that's great. But we love who we do it for. And we call our followers the JDB family, or the Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill family. So, when people hear that enough, when they hear that 12 to 24 times on average, it might take that many times for that message to penetrate, then they really care. So when you have an opportunity to over deliver to them, whether it's a great big sale, or you know what, we had a mismatch, I'll refund you the difference. I don't want to hurt you. My relationship with you is so important. They don't get that from most people. Damn, most businesses can't even hire enough people to do their jobs right anymore. And a lot of people who are filling these positions are like, whatever, you're not going to fire me. You need more. So when you're the person who's the big care bear and the share bear for your ideal customer, you will really strike a chord in those people, and they will just practically take a bullet for you. So, Amy, you can be concerned and you can care till forevermore. What I don't want you to do is marinate in a toxic pool of misery where how do I want to say this? I usually have a phrase for this. But I can't remember it. So I don't want to hold it up. But you know what? It's like you're frozen in fear like a deer in headlights. That's not what I mean. Learned helplessness. I don't want you to get into a position, Amy or anybody like her, of learned helplessness. Well, I haven't emailed this list in so long, and now if I email them, they're going to get mad. And then, like, even if I send them the sales emails and it's Black Friday through Cyber Monday, so maybe I got away with that. Maybe I won't have many unsubscribes. But now what do I do? Because it's been so long, and what can I possibly give them that's good enough for them to feel like I'm giving them no like and trust? Oh my God, Amy, and anybody like Amy, do yourselves a favor, like curate some sort of really cool article that they would appreciate from like a complimentary business or source, obviously not a competitor. Look at this person, go shop from them instead. But your ideal customers, main pain points and main passion points, right? If you've done your market research and your ideal customer research enough, then you understand what they need, right? What they want and what they need, and the intersecting interests that would join them together with a business like yours, with offerings like yours. So curate something. Don't overthink it. Every email doesn't have to be long and war and peace. You don't have to go nuts Just spend a day or two sharing or resharing something you've done on YouTube or a podcast or a blog post or something. Curate something from another source another day, short and sweet. Just really thought this would benefit you because of one, give them like a one-line explanation. Talk to you tomorrow. And people are going to appreciate that you even do that because most people won't follow through ever at all. All right. Does that make sense? Let me see. Remy Lee says it's just as likely that they value having it done and in hand as opposed to saving a few bucks. Well, especially right now, I agree with you because the frantic frenzy buying is going. So even if this was 2019, forget pandemic, forget supply chain issues and all this stuff, people are just like, got it done, So I agree with you. All right. So we're on an hour. Does anybody have any questions, any concerns, any other, things that they want to, anything else you want to run by me? Because I'm telling you, whether life just happened, you got sick and you're just getting better, whatever happened, please do not fail to run a Black Friday through Cyber Monday promotion. Even I'm going to do it. I had been sick and then I got out this big course. That was huge, 7 huge modules and deep dive. So most of those modules are pretty big. And even I am just like, oh crap, I have to get out the popularity plan for December, don't I? So I'm going to work something into that so that it's a Black Friday through Cyber Monday deal. So of course I'm going to be teasing the big card open that's going to happen on Black Friday. And you will probably be getting like something even more for the same $37 you'd normally spend for the 15 graphics that my designer created that are more neutral tones. So, you may not have to play with them at all. You could just use them as is, but still harkens to the season and that particular month. So 15 social media graphics with 15 corresponding captions that are templated, written by yours truly, and then 4 emails also in that package normally that are templated, written by yours truly, and one assigned for every week for say the first 4 weeks in December, right? So that takes care of a lot of your relationship marketing for you. There may be blanks to fill in. You might want to tweak the language a little. Some of you are like, oh, okay, I'll use the graphics as is. And some of you will go into Canva, free and paid or something else and go, oh, just little tweaks, but now I'm done. Saved a lot of time. And just put all of that stuff in an auto scheduler and you're done. And schedule out those emails in your email service provider and done, right? Because then that's going to free up your life in December, personally and professionally. Now, normally all that stuff would be $37. I think I'm going to add some more goodies in there this time around so that the $37 is really cool. And then I think what I'm going to do on the next page in that sales funnel that y'all go through, I think I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse, which is really going to be cool. And it will be digital assets to kind of stay in the flavor of Popularity Plan and what it does for you. So yes, that is coming out. It's a little later than I would like, but you still have plenty of time to implement it. So that will really be like a Black Friday through Cyber Monday deal for me. So you'll get way more for the $37. And then I'm just messing with the price point for the other thing I'll offer for sale in there, in that funnel. And if you don't have the gingerbread batch of frosting and you're like, I have 11 batches and I need that for it to be the 12th, I will have the cart open and cart close on that too. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Good luck with Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I do have plenty of playlists on my YouTube channel that can help you with content marketing on TikTok. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill is almost at 830,000 on TikTok and Instagram and all sorts of other good stuff. So I will talk to you guys later.